In the small town of Creston lived Thomas, a man who had worked tirelessly throughout his life, yet luck and success always seemed to elude him. One rainy Tuesday morning, everything changed. While running errands at his local store, he impulsively decided to play the lottery. He filled out the ticket, selecting numbers that appealed to him, birthdays of loved ones, house numbers he could easily recall. He submitted the ticket, promptly forgetting about it. Days passed, and Thomas continued his routine, unaware that a life-altering moment awaited him. Unexpectedly, news arrived that he had won the jackpot. He couldn't believe it. His first thought was that there must have been a mistake. However, as the truth sunk in, he found himself suddenly several $1,000,000 richer. In the initial months after his win, Thomas lived the life he had always dreamed of. He bought a grand house in an exclusive part of town, traveled the world, generously assisted his family, and donated to charitable causes. It seemed as though luck had finally turned in his favor. However, as time passed, Thomas began losing track of his fortune. The line between needs and wants blurred. He invested in ventures he didn't entirely understand and in businesses that were more risky than promising. His spending was unlimited, and he relished a life he had never fathomed before. Friends, initially enamored by his wealth, revealed their true colors. Many came around only to gain advantages or to flatter. Thomas noticed, but the allure of his golden cage was too thrilling to question. Parties, luxury cars, and expensive clothing dominated his life. He fulfilled every desire without considering how long his fortune would last. Memories of his hard life before the win seemed distant. After 2 years, warning signs started to emerge. Thomas' bank account dwindled, and his investments didn't yield the expected returns. He began to realize that his wealth was rapidly fading, and reality was catching up with him. The lessons learned over those years finally began to take effect. Thomas understood that true happiness didn't lie in material wealth, but in the simple joys of life. Even though he lost everything he gained, he ultimately found peace in the realization that true fulfillment wasn't in wealth, but in relationships and the simple joys of life. And so began a new journey for Thomas, leading to a life that was more fulfilling and authentic.